Welcome to the Ledgecast. I guess we're gonna call it now.
Is that why the name changed?
Yeah, why the name change? Because we had no name before.
Yeah, no name, dude.
Understandable.
If you can think of a better name, send it to P.O. Box in Canada.
Just call it the Meme Cast.
Yeah.
Message Michael Pena on Facebook.com. Send him all your requests, please. Even the hate mail.
But don't at me.
Don't add it.
Don't at him.
I be Deathfist. Don't at me.
Don't add.
Doing Deathfist takes his life force. That's how we nerfed him from last week.
Shit.
Yeah.
I be Riku. Don't at me.
Same.
Truth. You can at me, Truth.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you're not playing Melee, though. You're not playing Melee right now, are you? I don't think he's playing Melee. And as always, I am, I guess, the stream man now. I'm not even kecking anymore. I'm just the stream man.
Yes, you are.
Me streaming.
Feels stream man. Anyway, we don't have Esteban here this week. We wanted him to be on, but I don't know. Last second refusal, because this was supposed to be his week. Last week we were like, let's not talk PM. Let's not talk icons. Let's not talk anything. We'll save that for when Janthem's around.
And he's still not here.
And he's still not here. Something came up.
Dude, we were talking about Sonic Mania, like, as soon as he got out of work. Like, I was messaging him, like, oh, yeah, they have, like, a timer, and it's counting down right now. It's almost out.
Shit.
It's like, oh, shit. And then immediately after, he's like, something came up. I'm, like, 93% sure he just dipped so he could play Sonic Mania. Don't quote me on that.
Hold on. I have PSN open right now. We're going to check these receipts.
I do, too. We can book check.
Yeah, let's check these receipts right now.
Oh, no, boss.
One friend online.
Oh, that's just me. I have.
Jansen doesn't even have live. I forgot.
Oh, that's right. No, he does, but he doesn't mark himself as online ever.
All right.
Okay. You got us.
You got it.
You figured us out.
Like, we don't have a way to call him out. Anyways, we gotta talk about PM from LTC.
LTC5 PM, which was actually really interesting this year. We didn't have Junebug. We didn't have Lunchables playing. He was there commentating. I saw him there commentating, but he wasn't playing. Actually, I think he was playing doubles, which is kind of Lamau because he didn't either. But like for top 8, we had like DVD, Malachi, Thunder's Rain. Oh, that's the other person, the Lucas player. Hyperflame, I think.
Yeah, Hyper.
He wasn't there either, which kind of sucked because I liked his performance last year.
Yeah, that was good.
It was actually still a good year for PM, but like, and I'm not gonna try to get too deep into this because I've told myself I wouldn't do it this time, but oh my god, do I not like the selection of characters in top 8?
Jesus.
There were 2 Warriors and a Toon Link. Like, forget the fact that DK made top 2 this time. I do not like watching Wario.
I despise Wario.
For the most part, it's because Wario at like locals level and Wario at top level is pretty much the exact same character, and it's not very complex to do. It's actually kind of like the same character. If you know a Wario in your scene and you see them like just repeatedly doing back air, you're like, that can't be it, can it? And then you watch both the Warios in top 8 at LTC PM, and all they're doing is just back air, back. Like, not even like at the ledge, mid stage, and you're like, oh, I hate this character.
As you can tell, 5B hates Wario. It's like a requirement.
It's a requirement.
Hate Wario.
No,
Wario.
Loki hating DK is the other one.
Yeah, you got it.
But we can't hate him because he stops Wario.
No. Fuck.
Evil versus
New
evil.
Wario messes up DK.
Yeah.
That too.
But if you get a grab, then it doesn't matter what you are.
And then there was like Malachi who whipped Peach Chic.
Yeah, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Number one in like he's some East Coast city or some East Coast region. I don't know where.
New York?
Maybe.
Think so.
New York PR ranking.
But it's funny because I almost never see those characters from like Texas players.
Nah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
And I
all
can say
of
in
our
both
favorite
movies-
characters are Rushdown. We don't even like try to do any of that stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, you know who the other thing about PM this year was the Ices. Fucking
Oh no. Fresh.
yeah, Fresh. Fresh going ham on like a good amount of the bracket. Super hard. and this guy's so rude. Don't watch his sets. He's so mean. He's
BM.
Yeah, he's BM as hell. First, he like he does nothing but like dance around with wave dashing because Icy's wave dash and PM is pretty goddamn good. He'll like sit in double shield, and then when he gets the grab, he does handoffs and immediately slams you. Sometimes if he's up to it, he'll like start tapping down at his controller. He'll hit you with the Street Fighter 5 tech. And then, like, to top it off, like, in his pools, if he didn't think he was rude enough, he gets one game up on a dude. I think he got him, like, a 4-stock. And then he goes to his gamer tag and types free, and then he wears that tag for the rest of the set. And I'm like,
Oh no.
man.
I like BM though. I feel like it adds like a little bit of spiciness to the scene.
It
I like
does. But to me, it's like it gets satisfying when they just completely dominate, or when they get dominated in top 8 sets.
Yeah, I just looked it up, and the Malachi is number 1 on the July 2017 New York, New Jersey Power Ranking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cheek Peach. And Fresh is actually number 6.
Yeah.
So what else are you going to say about PM?
Oh, I thought you were about to say something right now.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
I thought you were about to say, like, thank God no foxes.
Ah,
Because that's where I come from. Yeah, Malachi took it. Thunder's Reign ends up taking out a lot of, like, top 8. He took out, he took out Fresh for sure. Like, and it's a hard shutout, too.
Those three, yeah.
If you've heard Jantham talk about that matchup where it's like you just gotta play lame, and he's not messing around. Most of that match is just DK sitting on the platform while Fresh is like on the main stage, is kind of like sharking back and forth, waiting for him to come down, and Thunders is like, I'm not going down. So as soon as Fresh jumps, Thunders immediately like ledge drops and then does an air and then starts a combo, and then like once it drops at all, he just backs up and gets back on the platform.
Jesus.
Sounds fun.
Oh yeah, it sounds great.
that's how it is playing against ICs.
It's the best. It's the best matchup to pull out your phone and get your gachis for a fucking few minutes.
True.
Yeah.
Well, like Thunders, he lost to like Twisty.
Yeah, Twisty.
Yeah.
Like, who does he play?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to go look that up.
Yeah, well, he lost to him, which is like, I'm pretty sure it's an upset because Thunders is like top 3.
Thunders is considered like top up there. You know, the other upset was Switch got bodied mad early.
Oh yeah. He lost to Fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was not seeing that one coming for reals.
Yeah. The home state coming through.
I know, right? We have some good players. Did anyone know?
Wow.
No. All of Texas is bad.
All of Texas quit. That's the real answer. Everyone in Texas quit.
True.
Oh, Twisty's a Wario.
Oh,
Oh, no.
yeah, okay. There you go. One of the Warriors.
Yeah. It was 2-1 though, but yeah. Anyways, yeah.
But yeah, that's the big and short of it, is that like it was a good PM stream. Aside from the okay, I had fun watching the stream. Jesus Christ, am I tired of watching it on Smachcast.
Oh no.
Like,
yeah.
on what used to be called Hitbox.tv.
Oh, it changed his name and
Yeah, now it's just officially Smachcast forever.
Those are the only people using it. PM players.
Yeah, and like, I don't even think the player's good. I don't know what it is they
agree.
do, but they are not like, they are absolutely not Twitch.
Yeah.
And even
Compare.
Twitch kind of sucks.
Yeah. Sorry to, yeah.
Like Twitch is already kind of like sometimes it sucks. It's like wow, I can't believe like I just can't watch a stream. When I tried Hitbox for the first time, I was just like, this is first of the ugliest layout ever. Second of all, it's not even loading. So why am I watching? And I left me.
Yeah, it just outright doesn't work sometimes, and I'm like, what the heck are they doing?
I'm not a fan at all of Hitbox, Smachcast, whatever.
And that's why when I stream PM, like, I just put it on Twitch. Just put it on Twitch, man.
Well, I mean, you're also not. I wouldn't say you're in danger of getting sued or anyone making a big deal.
Oh yeah, no. People are gonna come. Nintendo's gonna come after the dude playing PM with 2 viewers.
Yeah, I think it kind of gets a little bit different when you got 300, 400 some viewers, if not more.
Yeah, and sponsors behind you, and
Yeah.
Nintendo looking right at you from down the hall.
Like, hey, what are you doing?
Thanks, Gimmer.
Yeah, shout out to Gimmer.
I feel bad for Gimmer because like he gave up PM to go stream Smash 4, and now he's getting like all his videos are getting downvoted to hell because Bayonetta's in them.
What do you call it? Fuck Gimmer. No,
It's just like,
not
please
really.
don't downvote my Bayonetta videos, and everyone goes, "Oh, thank you for reminding me to download
Yeah,
these
he-
Bayonetta videos."
Keep downloading them until he unbans me from VG Bootcamp.
Oh shit,
Yeah, I'm still permabanned. I don't know why.
that's
I got
funny.
permabanned. I got permabanned like a year ago for like saying because like everyone would chat with me being like, "Oh, the moon looks high," and I was like, "Lol, the moon looks high," and I got permabanned. I'm still banned. And so like I always forget about it too. Like I'll go to take like a Twitch clip,
DM him.
and then I've been trying. I added them on Twitter. I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
The answer is that we move on to the next thing because I think I'm done
Oh, no,
talking
wait.
about LTC.
If you had to recommend one set, Michael, what would it be?
Oh, that's hard because I actually think a lot of top 8 was very good. It would be one of DVD's sets because, like, I was just talking about how I don't like watching Toon Link, but I think he's very, very interesting in a way that, like, you don't see from PM. A lot of PM is going in and, you know, mixing up DI, just kind of like setting up an area, setting up a juggle, and then like waiting one or two extra frames, and then picking a direction, sending them in that way. That's how Diddy works. That's how like DK works. That's how a lot of the top tiers work. That's even how Sheik works in a little bit in PM. But DVDs Toon Link is all about like the epitome of glide tossing. There are just times where he just does not touch the floor because Toon Link is jumping off of so many bombs. Glide tossing is the mechanic of air dodging and then canceling the air dodge with a item toss in the air. So there's just times where like Toon Link has 3 bombs being thrown around all at once.
Yeah.
And then, like, as they all explode, he just does any attack and it's safe because there are bombs behind it. And sometimes you'll see him come down with, like, 2 bombs about to go off and he just does a grab because the dude's just stuck in shield. And it is kind of that lame play, but it's very, very interesting. Some of the matchups on Toon Link are just very terrible. Seems unwinnable.
Yeah, I can kind of see it. There are characters that are just they make certain matchups like impossible. I feel like it happens more with projectile characters against heavy characters, or like I don't know, or tall characters per se. 'Cause they can just run away, and I feel like it's like that across a lot of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Smash 4 has that problem, right?
Yep, villager versus pretty much any of the heavies. Very hard matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So if we're done with LTC PM,
Yeah, I was just looking for a set real quick to find. I would actually like, you know what? Thunder's Reign and Switch did play. So I will actually just recommend that set because that one's good. But Grand Finals was very good. If you're interested in like what it means to adjust in PM, that's a good set.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it. So we should just move on cold to Super Smachcon.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned it before, but I think that Smachcon is like a really cool event because a lot of this big Smash events you go to, maybe like Evo or CEO, they're fighting game events with Smash added on. What Smachcon is it's a convention, right? It gets all the convention scrubs to come in and have fun, but it's so like solely Smash related. So I mean, it's just a con for people who play this very specific game, and it's so any Smash player, it'd be. I mean, I'm not gonna exaggerate, say paradise, but it'd be an awesome place to go. I actually just made a poll earlier today in the group asking people what major they would like to go to the most, and the majority of them responded with Super.
I mean, it reminds me a few years ago of like the Capcom events they used to throw where they would invite a bunch of like musicians who would do covers of their songs. They had Project Dolphin this one year, and they were like just out in the middle of like the venue where everyone can hear it. Not loud or crazy or anything like IGX, but like they're a live band, so they're playing covers of like Third Strike songs, and people are going fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was the year where Capcom was putting out the most demos and the most games. So they just had a bunch of setups for like Marvel updates and Cross Tekken and all this shit in the background that they're still not releasing yet. It was a really good fucking year.
Since Melee went first, I guess Riku, Truth, you guys want to talk about Melee?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
See, singles are pretty good. It's like a bunch. There's Mango, MTK, Hungry Box, Leffen.
No Armada?
No Armada. No Armada.
He had something going on. I thought something happened. Like
I think he had like health.
I think he just didn't
issues.
go like that often.
I think he's like health issues, and I think it's just like traveling a bunch. He just wanted to like take a break.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's rough to travel. I think they mentioned I think I heard one time that traveling takes out like years off of your life. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, something about that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, so it's pretty. I think it's like a major. Yeah, I like the competitors for it. Like, let's see, for top 8, it was Club, Hungry Box, MTK, Mango,
Zane, SFAT,
Axe, Pew
Axe, and Pew Pew.
Just to act.
Yeah. The surprising one in top 8 is Zane, who had like pretty good run.
Yeah, he get in. I think he beat the Moon, right? Did he?
I don't think so.
He beat Smash God.
He beat Smash God. He must have run through like the MDVA crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Lod actually. Lod, the Peach from over there, he had like a crazy run. He beat Drug Fox and Swedish.
Yeah.
And he won Game 5 versus Zane. But I think Lod beat Zane, but Zane clutched it Game 5. So yeah, Zane was like the hometown hero for the event, and he actually 3-0'd SFAT. It's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, Zane beat Chudak.
Yep.
Who I thought was gonna go way further.
Yeah, especially because it's kind of like his region, also. You know, like hometown hero. I think he did make it out of pools, but he got
17, I think, or not 13.
Yeah, he got 17th, losing to SFAT Game 5.
Yeah. And I don't think it was close. Or maybe it was like last stock, but...
It was last stock.
It was like SFAT with like a fresh stock, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Showing that Leffen got DQ'd in losers against SFAT. You know what?
Yeah,
he
like,
DQ'd himself.
Yeah. He had like food poisoning or whatever. And like after he lost against Plup, he was just like, okay, I'm done.
He's like, I'm dead. Yeah.
It's funny because if you look at Leffen, if you would have won, because he played SFAT, he usually like beats SFAT, like for sure. And then Zane the rematch that'd have been interesting. And then MTK, H-Box. He basically had the bracket to like go far, but he just didn't feel good. So
yeah, I mean it happens sometimes.
Yeah. So Club he beat Leffen, and then he again beat Hungrybox, continuing his run against H-Box and from DreamHack. That's great. He's been like in the like, oh, can he make it? Can he ascend any higher? Because he usually gets this place, or like he'll place like right behind a god, or he'll be one god and then like not any higher. Yeah. So like, and then he plays Mango, game 5, super close set. That's like ridiculous. Like always. It was a 2-stock, but at that point, 2 stocks apiece, it was like anybody's game.
Yeah.
Mango just had like 2 crazy combos, and then it was over.
That's all it takes, especially in a game like Melee.
Yeah, it was just like the momentum just like went to Mango's side. Bigger story. One of the bigger stories is like Axe versus Hungrybox. Axe almost reversed 3-0ing H-Box with Young Link. Going to Young Link down 2-0.
I'm surprised I didn't hear about this. What?
Yeah,
so he was down 2-0, and then he just went Young Link and ran it back.
Jesus Christ.
Now, Axe has used Young Link in the past. I remember when I was avidly watching Melee like every single day of my life. I did see him I've seen him use both Young Link and Falco. Both of them extremely good. Like, his secondaries are crazy. Yes. I think Axe is kind of an example of a player who's amazing, but they're kind of held back by their character a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like when I watched his Falco, it was like Westfall's level. It was insane.
Yes.
But yeah, he's definitely used the character before. We've also seen Armada go Young Link against H-Box at EVO 2015, I'm going to say?
I think it was 2014.
Maybe it was 2014, yeah.
Yes.
And one of the longest sets of Melee of all time.
Oh, jeez.
Even before then, actually. Like in the Apex. Back then, he even used Young Link back then, and even to this day, they still have long sets, even with Fox, so it's pretty interesting. Pretty funny.
Yeah. That's a long set. You should go back and watch that if you want to kill yourself.
The set for Smachcon is actually 36 minutes. 36
minutes between them? Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of how the matchup is. I mean, you're just Young Link running away, throwing bombs.
That's because game 5 was like a 2-stock or a 3-stock.
It was very close to 3-stock.
It was like a 3-stock, but it seemed like H-Box like slowly adapted to like Axe's style, which is like pretty aggressive. Or no, actually Axe was playing like passive. And then like H-Box played passive. It was like he figured it out, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's how it was against Armada also. Like, the first time they played, Armada kind of bopped them. And then after that, it took H-Box just a little while to learn the matchup, and then he started beating him pretty consistently.
It's pretty interesting, because like, back then, like, H-Box was going like secondaries on his Young Link. And it's
he was going like Fox and stuff. He got bodied as a Fox. At CEO.
The same year.
Oh, man.
CEO 2014. You saw the H-Box where he SD'd Ledge Dash.
H-Box is Falco, dude. I don't know why he doesn't even want to play that character. I think it's just because, like, the weight.
Yeah, easy combo.
Holy shit, I get excited when I watch H-Box play Falco. That shit's
fun.
It's
terrible.
Oh, it's terrible. It's great.
No, he's not good at all with either of those characters.
It's your Falco love, dude. You love Falco.
I do like Falco a lot.
Even bad Falco.
He's the best husbando in the game.
Anyways, so like Mango, he's in Grands. It's like it's rare to see, but he's winner's Mango, so it's like who knows, might actually win a repeat champ in Smachcon.
Did he win Smachcon last year?
Yeah, he did.
Was it against MTK also?
H-Box.
It was. H-Box.
It was against H-Box?
Yep.
Alright, yeah, that's cool. So that they had a repeat champion then for Smash 4 and Melee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean,
Smash 4 at least.
I feel like that's a good segue. What is up with Smash 4 this year then?
Well, real quick, do you guys want to recommend any sets out of top 8?
Let's see. For sure, I would say I don't know. This top 8 was pretty good. Too many good sets, but there was
I heard
one.
Grand Finals was pretty good.
No.
I don't think so.
It was just Mango 3-0ing MTK. I don't want to watch that.
I mean, like, I hear that, I say that because I heard Falco was in there.
It doesn't make it good.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
you know,
Falco
if
winning
you
a
wanna-
major.
Yeah.
Falco winning a major.
Falco
That's
winning a
pretty crazy.
major in 2017, dude.
Oh,
Falco only. Yeah.
to be fair, Armada wasn't there.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
last
so
one.
Mango's like,
yeah,
I get to have fun this time.
Basically,
like no
I feel like
Armada,
that's all of
and,
them.
like no Armada, and then like no H box to run into. So just Falco.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's like the dream bracket.
If I had to recommend one, I'd do M2K versus HBox loser semis. Maybe it's just because I'm an M2K fan. Really liked watching the way he dealt with HBox this time around.
Yeah.
It felt like maybe HBox was a little bit off, but I always like seeing the King do well. So that
I mean,
would be my
If
recommendation.
there's anything I'd say M2K has always had, it's very, very crisp movement.
Yes.
So, like, it's very, very entertaining to just see him do something, like, on point as soon as he wants to on command.
Like the way that he was playing the H box this time seemed kind of different compared to like the other times. I felt like he kind of stole something from like Club or something.
Huh?
I don't know. It felt like a different MTK and losers.
That's a little too obtuse for me to understand. I'll just watch the set and see what you mean.
Just compare Plub versus H box and then MTK versus H box.
Yeah, okay.
If I recommended one set, I would recommend Plub versus Mango because the storied rivalry. Plub always being so
yeah.
close.
And you, Riku?
I would also recommend HBox M2K losers semis.
Alright, well, as far as Smash go, let me pull back to Smash 4, I mean. It's pretty interesting. I think one of the notable things that happened in this tournament was they had like 5 or so top 10 members finishing in like 33rd place. Pretty
what
crazy.
was up with that?
Yeah, well, Smash 4.
Okay, yeah. Understand.
That's all you need.
That's really the real answer there. Yeah. In winners, we had actually another hometown hero in the form of Wadi. He's a Mewtwo player from MDVA, so really him and Zane both coming out for their region this time, I guess. And there's also another guy named Shoyo James, who's a Diddy. I actually liked watching him around. Busted out a lot of unique things. The big story, though, is Nairo's loser run. He got put into losers, I think, Pools Phase 2, Round 2.
Yeah.
So he had a run of... Let me pull it up real quick. There you go. He loses to Rede, who's a Pikachu player from Florida, I think. And that matchup's kind of booty. He proceeds to beat Shinji, who's a Bayo. Rich Brown, who's the best, probably the second best Mewtwo in the world. And then he beats Komori Kiri, Tweak, Void, Shoyo James, Wadi, Mr. R, MK Leo, and then Zero again. So it's kind of a pretty crazy losers run there.
Probably one of the best.
Yeah, probably one of the best in Smash 4. Maybe, I think the only thing that would top it is probably Zero's run at the Big House 5.
Okay.
Yeah, the Big House 5. But yeah, it's a pretty crazy run. And it was interesting to see him defend his championship. Because like we said, he won last year. He also won Brawl Singles this year. Yeah, that happened.
And MK Leo getting third this time.
Yeah, he got third. He actually made it to Winners Finals this time against Zero. And he actually went Marth, even though recently he hasn't been going Marth. Took a game. It was looking kind of promising, and then Zero kind of turned up the gears. I didn't manage to see MK Leo versus Nairo. I imagine it was a pretty good set. I'm pretty sure he went Bowser, which is actually exciting.
Yeah, I think
I
one.
like this.
Yeah.
Had 2 Bayonettas in this top 8, following our Bayonetta hate train.
Oh boy.
However, They both eliminated each other. Oh,
yeah,
one of them
Mistake
eliminated
versus Salem on loser side.
And Mistake beat Salem.
3-0. Jesus Christ.
3. Like, Salem would have an advantage for like a large portion of the match, and then Mistake would take a stock. And they'd just be like, oh, Mistake has the lead now. Okay.
No
yeah,
momentum.
He 3-0'd him pretty hard. Like, I was like, wow.
Yeah, it was awkward.
Yeah, Mistake's pretty good, though. I mean, he took a game off Zero last week at LTC5. So obviously, no slouch. You don't beat Zero free. But then he ended up getting taken out by Mr. R, who, even though people say he's a little rough in the matchup, usually does pretty good against Bayonetta. Mr. R actually also had a really close set with Zero in winners. And it's always like the saddest stuff with Mr. R, because it always feels like he gets hit with like the BS no matter what set he's playing. He was like bodying him like up 2-0 or something. It was pretty crazy. Like, he was beating Zero pretty bad. And then Zero just turned it up and he lost. But yeah, if I had to recommend a set out of all of this, it would definitely be Nairo versus Zero. It was a great set. If I was asked what the peak of Smash 4 is, I would have gone from Evo to this, because I felt like both of them were just playing extremely on point, and it was really a battle of who could win, except for maybe the last game of Grand. Zero was looking a little bit weak. But yeah, that would be the set I recommend. That or Mr. R versus Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone else watch it?
I mean, like, Salem versus Mistake was very interesting to me.
Yeah, it was an interesting... I would call it an interesting set, but it wouldn't be my favorite.
Yeah.
I would recommend to watch it, though.
Bayonetta Dittos are interesting just to watch, to see what that looks like, because you don't see that very often in the top 8.
Yeah, I feel like we're starting to see it more because, of course, there's more Bayonettas, but it is still kind of a rare treat to see. And I always find it, like, it's one of the more interesting Dittos in the game, at least.
Yeah, we're getting closer to that Bayonetta Grand Finals Ditto I predicted about 3 years ago or some shit at this point.
Yeah, no, it might happen soon, but it feels like people are... I don't know. I'm still so tentative. Like, I'm on the fence about Bayonetta. We've been seeing, like, all this developing Bayonetta hate. I still feel like she's not strong enough to warrant all of it. Obviously, she's the best character in the game, but... I mean, the best character in the game, people are always going to be upset about.
Yeah.
No matter who it is.
People are upset about Virgil. People are upset about Yun. No one likes Evil Ryu.
It's about Meta Knight. Well, Meta Knight was warranted.
Hey, he was so good he got banned.
And I still have no clue who's supposed to be top tier in PM. I'm going to say it's Meta Knight.
That's Olimar.
It's Olimar, yeah, dude. I hate that guy.
What is that?
Who's that?
On in PM.
Oh, Olimar. Riku, you said you had a set?
I honestly want to say the Zero MK Leo Winners Finals. I really liked it.
Yeah.
In truth?
Seeing MK Leo go was cool.
I was actually gonna say I was gonna say the Bayo Dittos too.
Okay.
There's
actually something else I wanted to talk about too. When Wadi was playing Nairo, that's another good set. Goes 3-2. Wadi went up 2-0 against Nairo, and they're both from like the area. They're both from East Coast, pretty close to each other, right? However, Wadi goes to way more locals than Nairo does, so the crowd was going nuts for Wadi. Like, they were screaming, and that's actually something I like that I'm able to hear like on a stream. I think that events, if you're like a big event, you should always have like a mic on the crowd. And obviously, not too close, so some like random asshole, like you can hear one guy talking, right? But I always think it's nice to have like a crowd mic there, so like the hype kind of reaches through the screen.
Oh,
you know?
We'll talk about like people shouting into the mic later.
But yeah, I thought it was really interesting. And then Nairo took, I think, yeah, he took a game right after people were like losing their mind, and he made them shut up. I think it's, I don't know. I always like the crowd interaction.
It's very important to make sure that the audience feels like they're actually there. There's a lot of work that goes into streams where it's like people, when they're doing the camera for the player cams, there's a big decision of, do we angle the camera so that the crowd is viewable in the background? And I feel like when the crowd's viewable in the background, the action feels like more intense because there's people right there.
Well, there's something else that triggered me a little bit is that during top 8, except for grand finals, after all the matches, they were as soon as the match ended, they would cut to the crowd. And it's like, if it wasn't exactly like a hype set, you just see like 100 people there just sitting there watching the set, like not really like talking to each other, not really getting into the set. And I was like, I really don't want to see like 100 people just being like bored, or 100 people sitting there.
You got to do that on a delay.
Yeah, I would say I prefer seeing the player's reaction. Like if a player's gonna pop off, like it's game 5, don't cut to the crowd immediately after. Cut to the player losing his mind.
True.
Big House, I think, had that solved a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then unsolved, because weren't they the one that like started doing the very, very long commentary after the match?
Oh, they had like an analysis?
Yeah, like 5-minute analysis of the 3-minute match.
Yeah, like 10 minutes or whatever.
And then 10 minutes for the next two to show up, and they're like, where the hell is everyone?
Yeah, it was I think they tried to like just try something, and then kind of shaky results, but we'll see.
Didn't work. Maybe they won't do it this year.
Maybe.
I don't like the 5-minute analysis. What I do like is the replays between matches of like the previous set. So you can see like all the cool kills and stuff. Yeah, like the highlights, like right after a match. Yeah. They've been doing that recently, both in Melee and Smash 4, and I'm really liking it. I don't know. It gives you like a brief overview of the hype moments of the match. So you don't, if you, let's say you're just arriving, or you want to see like a concise like thing of the match and just see what all the highlights were, it's a good way to do it.
Okay, and I think that's good.
That's good for Smash 4. I really don't have much else to say that I can remember.
Yeah, we wanted to get that stuff out of the way, so Austin, if you wanted to take off right now, you are excused. But we're going to go on now to some of the announcements and then like stuff we didn't get to talk about last week.
Cool.
First off, we're going to talk about like an announcement that was actually there at Smachcon. For those who have been keeping up, Rivals of Aether has been posting up like often that they're gonna support the game. They're gonna do more stuff with it. They didn't exactly say what the scope of that was. They just kind of announced at E3 Ori was gonna be in their game. I guess that's a deal they got with Xbox. And that one's cool. I think Ori's like a neat addition, kind of like the Rosalina and Luma, but not exactly. Does a little bit of a different thing and more rushdown oriented. And also the sick dunk. You can literally angle people into the ground. So they start onboarding this artist that is kind of known for drawing fluffy animals, named El Rano. And he starts teasing out like, I'm drawing this character for Rivals of Aether with a sword. And people are like, oh shit! And Smachcon comes around and they say they have an announcement there. And people go, oh shit! It's the swordsman! First they go, we've been planning out the future of Rivals of Aether. First off, we've got a new character designer. Who's known for drawing, and then like in their words, for drawing anthropomorphic frogs, and then someone on the crowd mic screams, "Furries!" And I'm like, oh boy.
That's my kind of stream. I like the stream monsters in real life. It's always nice. I don't know. It's a nice addition. The chat was filled with like what face furry like 100 times over.
Yeah, what face furries. But no. And then they're like, so we have this character that we want to show off today, and it's not the swordswoman apparently, as they've been teasing out. Yeah, that's right. Rival's gonna have more waifus.
Oh no.
It's Rano, who's a crossover between like Greninja and Sheik.
Glitter is Greninja.
I saw that back air, dude. That back air is just straight up Sheik's back air.
It's Greninja and Sheik's back hair because the way the foot is, I don't know. It looked like Greninja's back hair.
But
I don't know. They're essentially the same character.
Yeah.
I'm actually really interested in his dash attack, which is the fucking shoulder, the karate shoulder.
Yeah. I really thought the bubble mechanic was kind of interesting. I usually don't like characters like that at all. They kind of just trap the enemy. But I think it'll be interesting to see how it works.
They also figured out how to put Kirby in the game, apparently, because Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, he goes.
Got him. You can't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you cannot SD with it. So, why bother? Why'd you even put it in the game?
True. I saw that also once you suck someone in and spit them out, if you try to suck someone else out, someone else in, the time is shorter on the bubble.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, just basic balancing there, but I thought it was interesting.
That'd be busted in teams. I think that's the thing they came to.
Does Rival Bathers have teams?
It's kind of tiny, but yeah, they do. But
Yeah.
he looks really fun, and then they showed a graph that's we want to cover every single archetype, and they show ground-based, air-based on a line, and then an intersecting line is rush down or keep away, and they've got all these characters, and then people are noticing that Ori is there, and then Rano's there, and then they have the numbers 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, all are on the map, and I'm like, what is this?
So that means even more characters?
Yeah, they have, and they said all the characters, all the numbers you're seeing here are characters we're planning to release over the course of the year, not even the next few months. They're saying that they're going to have all these characters done by the end of the year.
That's pretty nuts.
That's nuts.
And I'm like, maybe Rivals of Aether might finally survive in this cold climate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it kind of it looked like it fell off the map, at least for me. And maybe it's because I was never really into the game. I'm sure it's still popular with a large majority of people. And but yeah, it kind of fell off the map for me. But I mean, they're still putting work into it, which is a good sign.
It seems like they want to make it work, and I like the idea they pointed out is that every single time they make a character, they want to see if they can figure out a new way to or a new type of stun state. They say. So that's why they invented the bubble mechanic, because they wanted a new type of stun.
Huh.
Yeah. So look forward to a swordswoman character to have a stun gun. Shoots you.
Oh, no.
Now, I don't know what they're going to do with that. That sounds crazy. My big hope, though, is that they say they want to try new stun types, and that's apparent by the fact that almost every character in the game has a different thing they can do. My big hope is that doesn't mean they get away from just archetypal characters. I hope they just make a character that plays and feels good like Marth does without being too gimmicky, because that's kind of what anime fighters do, and it starts to, especially in BlazBlue, it starts to feel like it's more about that one type of mechanic than actually just playing good footsies and good normals.
Mm-hmm.
And even Injustice tips the line with that, with the character button.
That's true.
But in all fairness, they've been nerfing that stuff. They gave Aquaman a fork.
Huh. Big fork.
Big fork. Nah, but that's about it. I am interested in seeing what Rivals turns into, and I would actually recommend picking up that game when it's good to go. It's on Steam, it's on Xbox, and with Ori, a Xbox-only character being in the game, I think that's donezo. That game's not coming to PS4.
Rip PS4 owners.
Rip PS4 owners. Rip me. I'm not getting an Xbox for that game. I have PC.
You right.
I just need to buy the plugin for, for GameCube controllers, and maybe they need to increase the support for Nintendo branded GameCube ports.
Cough.
Not just the May Flash cough cough. That's actually really hard to do, and I was talking to that with the Icons devs in their Discord. We're moving to this now.
Yeah.
Icons.
Yeah.
Riku Icons. Riku Icons. Truth Icons.
Oh yeah, I like Icons. It's just like right now, it just like seems like it's not like what it's gonna be. What I see right now, and I feel like
when you look at it, the game doesn't look like much, but like from all accounts, and even like they had that game just running a stream, and a lot of players going through it, like fucking Plup,
Mango Leffen,
the Chew Fat or Pew Fat, Pew Pew.
Yes,
they had like a bunch of people going, and they're all like, the game feels good. Just fix the look, and it's like, nah, man. The first thing we did was make sure the game felt good. We'll worry about how it looks later, and that's good to me. Is that their first biggest concern is that the game doesn't feel like ass. I'm gonna go on a tangent here and say most of the modern fighting games look good, but something about them just doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Even Tekken 7 has this problem of they went with Unreal, and Street Fighter, and I get the feeling Dragon Ball Z is gonna suffer the same thing. They all had horrible input delay, and I'm like, I don't want to play with this.
It's not that bad. Michael's wrong. That's all I have to say.
It's not that bad now that they've patched it. It's not as bad, but I could still tell it's there, and I'm like,
Tekken 7 is fine. There's really nothing wrong.
It's not.
The only people who whine about frames are people who've been playing it for 30 years and think they notice different. That's all I gotta say.
Point being, I'm glad that they are very concerned with how the game plays first.
What's wrong?
Icons being very
Icons?
interested in its playing. Yeah, we're moved on to Icons.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna say something though, because Michael always talks about how he doesn't like the way that Rivals Aether look. Why not, Mike? Why do you got a problem with the way it looks?
They're getting away from the problem, but it's mostly that. It's a weird way to put it. It's to do with the fact that it's pixel art, and it's. I don't think Brawl Out has that problem because a lot of the animations in that game are very detailed, and they follow proper animation follow through. Some animations in Rivals don't feel like they're animated properly, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's what you guys were talking about when I got here. I didn't know. Icons did look a little bit booty. The trailer didn't look like the smoothest looking game, like as far as like visually. But I mean, it did look like it was running pretty well. It looked like it was running well. So, of course, I don't really care about graphics as long as the game runs well and the mechanics are fun.
Yeah,
I'll definitely be playing it.
And it looks like they've got some interesting things going on in there. Shield Gust and the way that reflection works, the way that they're doing a different thing from what they did with PM for ledge regrabs, which is it's a DK this time. It's like every time you grab the ledge, the amount of invincibility you have is lessened instead of just you get it a few times and then it vanishes. Like, no, it's just on a timer, and the timer gets shorter.
That's a nice balance of things. Like,
I think that's
you
good.
still have ledge invincibility, but your time gets limited the higher percent you get.
Yeah, that too. It's really hard because like they don't have a public demo right now. We just have to like watch these GIFs and say, "Oh, that looks all right."
That's true.
There's a few things that like are very obviously need to get changed. Like there's a few animations that's just a static animation, even though it's a dynamic system. Like Raymer, he has this really cool thing where you can aim his gun like you're playing Yoshi or something.
Okay.
But the animation, his arm just aims forward and then fires forward, but the bullet is curved up or down, and it's just him firing forward, and it looks weird.
Yeah, it looks like a weird animation, right? That's the guy that you saw in the trailer, right?
The unpolished is very fucking, like, apparent.
Yeah. It definitely looks like they have a lot of work left to do on that game.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason why they held off showing the game. I mean, like, the day before EVO, they didn't even have voices in that game. Yeah, and they barely put voices in just for that trailer. Like, that was the last thing that they wanted to put in. I will say that if you have any concerns, and they do include visual, Icons has a Discord. You could just go make a simple account and start talking to them about it. They are very open for, like, discussion and stuff. They actually, like, already have planned ideas for what they want to do for, like, a few more characters. I think they said, like, 10 more. What? So, yeah, there's a few ideas. And I'm like, there weren't even, like, 16 top tiers in Melee. There's just, or, like, how many characters are viable in Melee? I'm trying to think right now.
Probably like 7 or 8.
Like 8.
I'm talking about up to like I'm talking about up to like B+.
Yeah, like 8.
Nah, like,
or ICs.
It's double digit. It's double digit.
It is double digit. I know that.
Up to B tier, I mean, I guess, if you want to include, like, Luigi and shit.
Yeah, Luigi, IC. Well, the point being is that they're going to try to, like, make all those characters and then balance them all together.
We'll see how well it goes. I know a lot of games are great, they have fun mechanics, but balancing is probably the biggest problem when it comes to any fighting game.
Yeah, and especially in Smash games, because, like, they all have, like, a certain meta. And, like, certain aspects of the game in themselves have a meta. So, like, chain grabbing was a thing in Melee. Take that out. People with chain grabs in Melee became really good. Once that was gone, people who had a grab that they could just toss and then immediately get a kill off of, that became good. People who had a really good pummel when they get the grab was pretty good for a while. Like, different aspects of the game, people with good, like, gimps at the ledge, good tilts, like, and it all depends on what does the developer of that game prioritize. Rivals just took out ledges and grabs, and it just became about, like, the footsies and the dash dancing, which is what Melee turns into at very, very high level anyway.
Yeah.
So it's, like, not as big a problem. And I think the parry mechanic is interesting, but could use some work.
Yeah,
I think that's why I maybe fell off of that game, was that I wasn't actually too interested in parrying.
Yeah, it is kind of. I'm a little iffy on it. And that's another thing you just mentioned. At higher level, Melee is different. That's how it is with all fighting games. Also, is that there's a higher level and there's a lower level. If you want your game to have appeal, people got to be able to play it at a lower level and like it. I mean, that's just a fact. If the more you want to sell, the more it's got to be ideal to someone just coming in.
Yeah, someone who's just looking to have a good time.
You gotta appeal to your audience, and I feel like maybe with this with Street Fighter V, they really didn't do that at the beginning. At the beginning, it seemed like not a very great game for people who had been in it for a while. It seemed like it was good for people who kind of just wanted to pick it up. But I feel like now the game's gotten better with their balancing. That is something I've been noticing more when I'm playing fighting games more now. I feel like the balancing is a lot better than Smash. Smash, it's not a fighting game, or at least to the people making it. They don't consider it a fighting game, so they don't balance the fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to, like, reactionary balance things, because I don't think they were used to, like, what they needed to balance in Smash Bros. So they just like, oh, well, let's take this, and this. Let's nerf Greninja. Let's well, Bayonetta needs a new angle for her dive kicks then. This, that. But never actually getting to what exactly people wanted. Jigglypuff never saw a buff ever.
Yeah, her and Mario have only been changed once in Smash 4's history. The least changed characters of the game.
Yeah, and it's hard to do. Like, that's the other side of thing, is that in this world of like being able to patch games, I actually was very appreciative that Street Fighter V sat very, very still for a full year before they decided to do anything at all with it. On the other spectrum, PM, like, I think there was a time where something was busted. It got patched out like a month later. Ike won a tournament. Ike gets nerfed.
And I don't not like that.
Pitt gets nerfed.
I feel like the meta should be left to develop for a little before anything is changed. I don't really like games that have updates every like month or so. I don't know.
Yeah.
I definitely like what they did with Street Fighter V. Like that game's a lot more appealing now. Even as a viewer, because I don't really play the game, it just looks way more appealing and looks like way more competitive than it did.
Because we watched it. We watched Evo, and it was fine.
It was fun. It was like I had fun watching it. I was having a great time. I was like, wow, this looks fun. Like I could go and play Street Fighter right now.
Yeah.
That's how fun it was to watch it. I didn't say Street Fighter, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. $15 at any Redbox if you can go find it.
It definitely looks a lot. Well, I don't think the thing about Tekken is it's probably not going to be changing, considering the game's already been out for how many years. But we'll see. Maybe when Beast Tower comes out, maybe a few other things will be balanced. We'll have to...
Austin, you're breaking up.
Okay. Forget everything.
Yeah, Austin's dying, dude.
He's dead.
His connection's dying too.
Rip.
I think that's a sign that maybe we should be wrapping up soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, I want to say that Tekken tournament I won just like
Shut the
$20,
up.
and then I just put it to the season pass.
Really good.
So Tekken's feeding itself.
I fucking hate Michael. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Feels bad, dude.
But I hate Michael because he's a shit.
Fuck.
You're breaking up, Austin. I can't really hear you.
I told this man. Help me, there's a Tekken tournament. I told him while we were in the middle of a conversation. And the conversation hadn't ended yet. And this bitch didn't tell me, and then he won like a 4-man tourney. He's like, oh look, I won, guys. That's all I had to say. Whatever.
I mean, like, I'm only really proud of that because of that one dude I had to fight against.
Onion?
Yeah, Onion. Onion was pretty good.
Yeah. Matt was like, wow, Kekon beat Onion. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that was hard. That was honestly tough. And I posted that match on my YouTube, and I started asking people to, like, look at it and critique it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll learn off this.
Who did he play?
He played his Claudio, which is like his a lot of his characters that he plays are like very close to each other in skill. Claudio is like his 4th best, and then like he has a Dragunov that's his 5th best, and I was actually more afraid of his Dragunov. So I was surprised that he went Claudio against me. I guess it was like a matchup thing that he wanted to do. Because Claudio Eliza is actually pretty good for Claudio.
Yeah.
It's because he's a vampire slayer, if that wasn't very clear.
Well,
No, it's actually for real. Claudio has like a mechanic that kind of stuffs Eliza when Claudio gets going.
Spark or what?
Yeah, you have to make some hard reads to avoid some of that stuff.
Yeah. Shut up, man. Eliza's broken. You just made a tweet earlier today about
that stuff. I was like,
a jab.
That's really hard to input. I can only get it like once every 30 times.
How aren't you the person who was talking about it? Just a character you can't like blame away them being top tier just because they're hard to use. I mean, you had that problem with Melee. You can't just say, "Oh, it's such a hard input."
No. I'm saying that the character can't dominate. Eliza doesn't dominate when you like have good execution.
Was there an Eliza in top 8? Was there 3 Elizas, 4 Elizas of AGX?
Jesus Christ.
I
mean, do you want me to talk shit about the other Elizas? Because I'm not going to do it.
Don't do that. You can't talk about Victus like that. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, Victus is cool. I'm not going to do it. The only good Eliza there was Goichi. There, I said it.
That's rude.
There.
This is turned into a rude cast.
There, I said it. We're done.
Rude cast.
We can't do this anymore. We're done.
or banned. We're gonna get banned from Twitch for slandering people.
What's coming up this week, Austin?
I'd say Let Me Smash. Well, locally, Let Me Smash.
Dankfest.
1 million. I don't know. I'll pick a number. Have fun. Yeah, Let Me Smash. Probably Dankfest. Through as far as nationally, SCR Saga for Smash 4. I think it's supposed to be like a Ryu saga. They're inviting all the Ryus.
Is that not going to have anything else? Is it just going to be Smash 4?
I have no idea. I have no idea if the sagas even have melee.
Me either.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it's only Smash.
Okay.
Maybe Street Fighter because SCR suck. But yeah, I have no idea. And then as far as melee goes, I have no idea. Do you know Truth? Riku?
Air 4.
Air 4?
Oh, that's happening.
It's like the UK tourney.
Oh, cool. Who's going?
Yeah, I think they're major, like always the Euro guys. I'm not sure of the like the United States players who are going. I'm looking it up right now.
Armada, Leffen, S2J, Professor Pro, Chillin' Dude, Android,
Homemade Waffles.
Homemade Waffles. Yeah, that guy always travels. Phil. Yeah.
And then basically just like EU and S2J Chillin' and like Phil and Homemade. So
yeah. It'll be a pretty chill tournament. It'll be interesting to watch.
Decent.
It's a nice wind down from like some of the bigger tournaments we've been having.
Yeah, definitely.
You get to see some players you don't see so much.
There's been a big tournament like every week. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Yeah, that's how it is.
And next week is Shine.
Oh,
Shine's definitely going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to Shine.
What's going to happen when everyone decides to stop holding tournaments like week after week?
People will get better, probably.
Yeah.
Or worse, maybe. Oh,
no, I mean, like, what's going to happen to this podcast?
Oh, don't worry about it. No one listens anyway.
No. Well, first I need to upload these videos so that they actually go up.
Oh yeah, guys, don't worry. This one will be uploaded by the Big House.
Yeah, by the time that Apex 20, the next Apex happens, then this podcast will get uploaded.
Never.
And before they announced it for like this,
I know, right?
Getting hunted down by the government or something.
What?
I don't know what
guy
happened
Triforce. The reason Apex
EMP
Triforce,
dude.
Yeah, because he stopped, or he was talking to little girls, sending things to little girls down.
Jesus Christ!
Didn't know that.
All right, I think bringing up Triforce is the sign that we need to end it right now. Right now.
All right, goodbye, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna go die.
IB Deathfist over there. See you later.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna go die.
That's Riku over there. Goodbye.
Bye.
And Truth, you are the last man standing. Congratulations. You get to graduate.
Yeah, I'm the champ.
But first, you must feel despair.
Spaghetti in celebration.
Hope versus despair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Despair.
All right. See you all later, everyone.